It's very true. It's very true.
Luckily, though, we're into the game. That was a lot more fill than I expected to do coming into this. But you know what? I feel like we did a good job. I feel like we made it through.
Hey, what?
I'm happy.
You know what, Jason?
What's up?
It's good to be back here, mate. But let's delve into it. We're ready. It's Inferno. It's FaZe versus TYLOO. I'm excited to see where this one's going to go as we kick off the pistol round.
I've learned also that my alias is J Kaplan.
J-Cap.
That is a new one for me. But I'll take it. No, it's a pretty good name. And Rain's going to be happy about this as well as they push up towards the short-hand side, takes down 2 players. What? How does that happen? He's in a 1-on-2 and he takes down the 3rd player as well. Now TYLOO have a realistic chance here on Inferno in the first round.
Right, this is massive. Bentet is such a divine force behind TYLOO, and earlier on today, he looked quiet. He had like 6 frags into the second half of the game over on Dust 2. We need him to get loud, and that is just the way to do it. Smashing his way in as he comes in strong into the opening round. Summer, armed towards Pit as well, loses his teammate. Molotov's going to go across, trying to play around the smoke. But Brokey, the elevated angle, he should get the drop on him. But actually, he's been able to sneak behind him, Jason. This could be absolutely outrageous. Finds the first, left into the 1v1. Brokey puts him down.
Got the kid as well, so he's going to close it out. But you have to wonder, that round should not have been anywhere near as close as it actually turned out to be. Bentet, somehow, the 1v2, I think it was like a 1-2 tap that came through on both players. And he takes down the 3rd as well. They get the bomb down very importantly. I have not been able to catch any games. I do apologize since the changes. You had the updates to the SG, like in Prize Scene, and the Galil and FaMAS are a little bit better. I know FaMAS was played a little bit, or quite a bit at ECS. But I'm wondering, is that actually enough now to get them the SGs? And it looks like it's not. Okay, so I have the information. At least back when we were doing it during the Pro League, before we actually implemented the patch, they obviously would see a couple SGs being picked up, but we're going to have the 1 AK and some deagles.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, what we've seen with these forces now, if they're feeling like it, we've seen Galil's come out loads more, because obviously it's super affordable.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to just bring out. If you get the bomb down, if you get a good buyout, you might as well invest into it. This is a bit more common, though. You know, classic CIS buys, you go for the 1 AK on a single man. The rest of them just rocking with the deco. See what Bentet can achieve with it. But that's huge. Him coming in with a fiery start gets me very excited for TYLOO because he was struggling, and he's such a big driving force behind them, Jace. You need to see him step up.
We'll see if he can continue to do that, though, over the course of this best of 3. Again, do or die time for both of these teams here. And it looks like the hit's going to be coming towards A. Olofmeister really expect the 2 players to wrap around. Again, Bentet going to be the one looking to crack open the site with Olofmeister there waiting. They do have 3 players on the side, and Bentet's going to get the kill. Not able to rescue the weapon just yet, but somebody might have a spoiler here. He comes around the corner, gets the headshot on Anika. Now Rain with the MP9. Not going to be able to do too much in this, but he's going to smoke himself off.
Goes down. Rain trying to stay alive. A bit panicky. Oh, Freeman, no, don't do it. The Butcher peak play. He's chopping up everyone in front of him as Rain's going to get sliced and diced. TYLOO, they've got the bomb down, and the last 2 players for FaZe, they have to save this one. That's a bit demoralizing.
I feel like I might be TYLOO's lucky charm already.
Apparently so. You've come in here, and they're looking like a gleaming light.
I mean, look at him. He gets the first kill on Olofmeister, allows him to wrap around. Again, somebody pushes out apartments, gets that free shot in. Coldzera should have a kill here against somebody. Get some cut look in the wrong direction. But again, like they didn't really force up that much into the round. Like they had still like 2K on the majority of players about that left into the round following up. But one thing I do want to mention is there was like a stint in time where there's very few teams using like the AUG back when it was super strong, right? I think it was Chris J and Mouseworks that was one of the players who really adopted early. MBK as well. FaZe Clan was one of the slowest teams to adopt over to that. I think that's when Tom and I were casting the European Pro League in Season 9. Like they just did not want to pick it up for some reason. And then the SG came around, and every team's like, okay, we got to get on the SGs now. And now that the FaMAS and Galil changes, they're like, all right, we can't like be that team to be a slowly adopter to new things that are coming to the game or to like new potential dominating strategies. And I like to see that FaZe Clan has been willing to switch things up like that and respect that you have to adapt as quick as the patches do come out, which I guess technically isn't that fast.
Yeah.
If I said operations, then definitely they would never have adopted even the SGs still till this day. But I like to see that, and I think it's showing a sign of growth within the team.
Yeah, it's a better position to be in, right? You've got to be a bit more organic with the way that the game adapts now and the way it changes. Previously, you would have never expected a new weapon to come into the meta like that and absolutely shift everything up. But in this day and age of CS, it's a whole new forefront on a brand new world. Right now, though, for TYLOO, it's going to be the play over towards top banana, seeing if they can try and test the waters a little bit. FaZe Clan, with the buy they've got and the utility they have, they can't really fight for top banana control, so just playing a little bit more lax towards the site. Going to drop the smoke down as soon as pressure is put on by TYLOO. But it's a classic ruse, Jace. They've been able to wean out the smokes on top banana. They've deviated back. They've now got 4 players situated towards mid, and they're just waiting for the right timing. That smoke towards Archside should fade in a second here as well.
The upside is none of the weapons, none of the rifles are actually at this A side, so they're out around the corner to spot Olofmeister, and Bentet again able to open things up. Somebody again looking to push in through apartments. Rain not actually looking that direction. Nico either, but Nico's gonna hit the first shot. That's the one man you don't have to deal with the deagle of, but eventually clean him up. They'll get the bomb down, and they'll only lose 1 player, more importantly. Very like cost-effective take for them too, because they still have a FAMAS in there. I think they had an SMG as well. So they kind of just get the free upgrade to an AK. Like they get to stabilize some sort of economy. And look at Freeman, he's on 5.2. It's a really good round for TYLOO.
It's worked out very well. It's a good start, especially coming in on your T side of Inferno as well. Even the first round that they did lose was ridiculously close, going down to the wire with just 1 man surviving for FaZe. So it's been a good start. They just need to try and maintain this momentum. For coldzera and Brokey, it's just a matter of trying to save here. The Sharks are in the water. They are coming towards them, attempting to try and hunt them down if possible. Molotov might just be their saving grace.
I do like how they sent in Freeman first, though, with the FAMAS. He pushes through the Molotov. He takes down Brokey. That's the M4 now gone, making things even more difficult for FaZe Clan, as it looks like TYLOO might be able to take 3 straight here now. And by the way, that was one of the teams I wanted to talk about when I did the earlier when we were talking about TYLOO, was Sharks, actually. Almost taking out G2 in the first match of the day. That was a team when Tom and I were casting back in North America in Group D that we kind of expected to win the groups, but to take on teams like G2, I think was maybe like a little bit of a grasp for them, but that was impressive. I'm curious to see what they do later on.
Yeah, that was definitely quite a weird game as well, as the way it went from so one-sided to incredibly on the other side, but G2 just couldn't win a round in such a long stretch. Ridiculous stuff. This could be a bit of a bloodbath though. We've got the 3-man stack up towards top banana. The fight's not gone too well with just the pistols in play. However, when attacker's completely blind, he's not going to know what's going on. And there is some team-based slaughter reoccurring.
I don't know if there's an excuse of the flashbang in there for Bentet, but you know what? I'll let him have it because he's currently doing wonders, doing God's work for his team. And Nico the last alive with the FAMAS. Thinks the bomb's heading back towards A, which already have somebody tucked away and on site. Bomb. Bentet, speaking of him, also taking his time. A minute left to go. They're trying to bait this out. Again, maintain all these weapons most importantly. And Nico with no armor. He's going to be walking directly into the crosshair of somebody in a second. Clean round. TYLOO losing 2 players. And they did lose 2 to USPs, but not too big of a deal. I mean, look at the money that FaZe Clan has. Utility going to be a massive part of them in this round, especially when it comes to CT side Inferno. I feel like I should cast jet lag more often. I feel like I'm in the zone right now.
Yeah, you've zoned.
That's going to last for like 4 more rounds, and I'm just going to crash. So I hope you're ready to carry.
Really tired.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll make it work.
All right. I got me some chicken strips of an undisclosed brand.
My goodness.
I'm going to nosh on a little bit later on if I need.
You're going to be fired up. You're going to be so perky. You're going to be going all day. Brokey, not going too far though. Especially not too far down banana at all, as he's been sent to the Burns ward. Taken out very quickly into the round. Bentet for something here as he spams through the smoke, looking for an opening pick. At least they've got control of banana for the meantime until Bentet goes sprinting in. Gets the drop onto coldzera. Nico will trade it, but he's now the lone defender towards the B site, Jason.
Well, that's the downside, right, for FaZe Clan. Not having the money, the utility going to be lacking. Somebody trying to push in the opposite direction towards apartments will be dropped by Rain. So FaZe Clan had to commit a 3rd player early on, so they didn't lose control, and now Nico has to hold on 1v2. The bomb not going to be here, however. And neither will Nico anymore, as they do take the B site. Looks like someone will rotate back around, pick up the bomb. Though Olofmeister, if he holds his position, if he can somehow catch out on this one, if he drops it, that's the bomb now down, and now we're going to see TYLOO go back down to the bottom of Banana here to recover this.
This could be so rough. 45 seconds left on the clock. TYLOO, they need that bomb. They're getting pushed from both sides. They're so heavily focused towards ramp as well. They're not suspecting the push in the rear. Rain washes his way over Freeman, taking him down. And Olofmeister should find an easy pick onto attacker. Eliminates him and brings it back into a 3-2 scoreline as FaZe Clan start to come back into the game.
Olofmeister just single-handedly saved that round for them, right? With that off shot down through middle. I'm actually surprised to see Summer kind of rotate in that direction. A little bit. I mean, I guess he obviously didn't expect there to be an op still trained down when they had control of Banana. If he maybe played that a little bit more cautiously, could have, you know, skated by and not actually been dropped and would have got the bomb in, and that would have been 4 rounds straight for TYLOO. But either way, forcing back up. They do have the 2 SGs, the 2 AKs, and an AWP now. Utility looking better on FaZe Clan's side, though, still hurting for Olofmeister. Econo, with the early aggression, takes down Summer.
That's quite bold. It's like a CSX mid strat. You just send him straight down mid with a rifle, essentially just Overwatch being provided by Olofmeister. He was blind, but Nico still finds the frag. So that's a big early pick to be able to pick up here.
I mean, that just sounds like Nico, right? Set him up and he'll knock him down for you.
He's an absolute gamer, Jason.
He's a mad lad sometimes, I'd say.
Oh, he can be.
Well, let's see on the B site, we do have coldzera with the Yump though, so he's going to be a little bit hurting when it comes to the firefights. Has to depend very heavily on Brokey to keep him alive. Trying to hold up close a personal angle here. They do have at least that smoke at a Brokey to delay. It's going to come down to the 3 flashbangs they have as well if TYLOO do continue to push in this direction. But you still have to worry about somebody though in top of mid who's looking for a potential shot at the same time.
It's coldzera. He's ready right now playing on the anti-flash angle there by Second Oranges. He can just flash that over and try and slow down on the push, and it's going to be up to Brokey to do a good majority of the damage as soon as they get contact. This will probably be the call for it. The double flash goes across. They're then going to swing into it. He's already lost cold, but at least he's able to take down Freeman. Finds the first pick. Olof, you madman. Surely he doesn't go for a bold play through this. He isn't going to want to push the smoke. Just holds on the close angle, peering in. Fires off the warning shot. There's no one there to receive that gift.
Still 4-on-3, man advantage for FaZe Clan. Only 1 flashbang left for TYLOO on the utility to prevent the retake, while FaZe Clan still has quite a bit. 3 smokes to use here, so they can smoke off so many different angles if they wanted to. They do have time on their side as well, and kits to boot. But somebody's looking for the shot, looking for the aggression, and it looks like they might even, to say, potentially back away. But no, Nico's just going to set them up with the flashbang to get in.
Right. It's the opening headshot, but Attacker's doing so much damage as he's tearing his way through them. It's all up to Attacker to salvage the round, but he cannot do so. He was up on an elevated angle, but so exposed, and they barely get the defuse in. FaZe Clan tying it up, 3-3.
I credit on the retake, too. I mean, you had coldzera with just the 2 flashbangs and the Yump. Kind of remnants of what's happened in rounds prior. His economy a little bit rough. And then you only had 1 smoke out of Brokey, and he threw that a little bit early on. So there was still tons of time. They had no way to actually slow down the push, no Molotovs, nothing to hold them away. And yet, the retake worked out really well for them. I think that was Brokey backing off and not dying in sight. That was the key part of it, keeping it with a man advantage back to FaZe Clan. But again, I mean, look what they have. An SMG for Rain. It's not like they have the best of buys, but he does have a lot of utility, though.
Nico, it's the second time he's just wide swung at mid and been able to get a pick absolutely for free.
You know, if there was a player that I would not want to give confidence to, it would be Nico or the man who shall not be named.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. He just turns into a complete beast if you let him off a leash. Ooh. Olofmeister, a bit of an awkward miss, but it's not really going to matter too much. They've still got complete control of the round. There's a smoke down on Archer and Quads. There's not really going to be a wild push coming out from TYLOO. Instead, they're just looking to try and gain control towards Apps. Bombs backing off down towards Banana as well.
I think also with the kill onto somebody, it's kind of a big win for FaZe Clan, because he's been the one lurking in towards, you know, apartments. He's the one trying to really punish any sort of rotations out of FaZe Clan, so they kind of alleviate some pressure from there. Hoping it doesn't go in that direction. Rain's actually holding the close angle with the SMG. In the meantime, though, it's going to be down to coldzera and down to Brokey to maintain this hold. And again, utility just will not be there. 1 flashbang. The smoke's going to come in to cover off the CT cross. Venta also has the Molotov to potentially push out Brokey if they want to, or coldzera if he throws it far enough in. This is going to be tough to hold.
It will be indeed. That's the 1 flash they had on this BC defense. Chucked out. An opening frag going their way, though, is Brokey's going to shatter the cranium of Freeman. Olofmeister's already rotated in, and that sniper is really packing a punch as Attacker's been removed from the equation. The backstab from coldzera is so effective. The bomb's been taken down, and there's the follow-up on towards Summer as well. FaZe Clan, they've now got control of the game with the 4th round being found, finally getting an advantage.
And finally getting TYLOO on the save. Like, they had to win 3 rounds straight to pull it off. And they were finally able to do that, potentially get a 5th now on the board here, trying to get every single CT round they could. And Rain going to be keeping the SMG as well, so looking to build up some economy, building up some money. But Bentet's been a little bit quiet, though, since we saw him the first two to 3 rounds. I think what you said earlier on about him, you know, when he gets unleashed, when he starts to wake up and isn't as quiet as he was earlier on today, that's when they start to win some rounds. And I think that's why we see only 3 at the moment. But that's a lot of pressure to have on to the 1 player. 116 ADR, 7 kills. They can't win you every round, you know? You got to have other people step up within the team.
Oh, yeah. I mean, earlier on today, it was kind of like Attacker had a lot of impact into the rounds. We saw Summer being able to step up now and then. But Bentet is really sort of the big local name that when you look at this squad, it's like, okay, everyone expects Bentet to be kind of the golden boy of the entire team. Right now, though, a bit of a slower pace round. TYLOO with not really much to work with. A single smoke, a single flash on Summer. They can't do anything too wild, so just taking their time, making their move over potentially for a group play here on the B side.
Flashbang comes in. They're completely botted up. Great little teamwork out of Cold and Brokey. Gets him the early kill. Incendiary Grenade comes in as well to delay any sort of push, so coldzera can back off. And TYLOO, I wonder if they're... Actually, they probably are going to crash this, right? They have the smoke and the flashbang to set up towards CT spawn. Brokey, now he's going for the peak while coldzera and him just trade places. And you know what? Having the same results. 1 kill apiece. And TYLOO now down 2, looking to take the B site.
That's all he needed as well. A single frag off the back of the flashbang. It was such an advantage. It should be so easy to clutch this round out now. Wow. That's crazy. Attacker's actually been able to find both of the frags with a deagle and got the bomb down for what was otherwise a ridiculously poised round that should have been taken by FaZe Clan with ease. Now they've got the extra cash. And they're also looking to still do more damage to the economy. Attacker, he's in a horrible spot, but he's making it look good. Unfortunately, caught off guard with a reload, runs out of ammunition, and then is laid to rest by Rain.
I think that M4 wasn't reloaded before he used it towards CT spawn. Because he ran out of ammo, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't reload the weapon before getting on top of Fountain. Like, if he killed those 2 players in CT spawn, there was a realistic chance he could have won the round. I mean, obviously getting the 2 kills and the bomb down, you can't complain, right? He got a lot of money.
It's still cash from what otherwise was an awkward round.
Oh, yeah, very.
But it could have been way better from the position he got himself into.
Well, going into round 9 now. FaZe Clan looking to continue this sort of dominance. A little bit of potentially choking coming in here, though not out of the 2 teams. That's someone else on the couch at the moment. But the early B control will be going in the favor of TYLOO. They've sent somebody directly up. It's taking a little bit of damage, but they get control nonetheless. And honestly, that's how Inferno goes, right? It's about the battle of banana. Who gets the early control? If the CTs get it, they take away a lot of real estate for the T side. And if the T sides get it, well then, CTs have to invest a lot of utility to hold on and to delay.
It's quite nice as well, because it's actually early into the round, but they've already forced out one of the smokes there from that B site.
There's none left.
Oh, it's both smokes gone. Yeah, this is awful. Potentially for FaZe Clan, if this does get into a late round, it's going to be a bit of a predicament. However, Jason, everyone's rotated back over towards the A site. Just holding right now in case there is any shenanigans from FaZe, if they do go for a bit of more of a bolder info play, potentially. But they're a bit scared. Rain, he tried his luck in apps in the early round, completely spammed up from the balcony spam, so he's not in a good way at all.
If only TYLOO knew that there was no real utility to stop them anymore. I mean, it's 1 flashbang out of Brokey, but they've been able to bait Nico over those, so that's actually a big win for them if they can maybe pick up the pace here. About 35 seconds left on the clock. Olofmeister with the 8 AWP and Rain on 22 HP. Looking very real here for TYLOO to take this round.
My goodness, that was a combination of every single word. That was great. Attacker, though, finds the opener. Rain is done for, finally put out of his misery because he was limping around with not too much life left in him. The full rotation has arrived, though, and they still don't have site control, but that entire site has been ignited. It's getting very awkward, Jason. Time is ticking away. They've got to commit to the plant now. He's going to bombard his way across, does not get the bomb down. The smokes block off the line of sight as well, and coldzera and Brokey bail.
Yeah, trying to save the weapons. That's a smart call to make here. TYLOO have 2 players, a little bit low on HP, but you have to wonder if FaZe Clan didn't rotate Nico away, would they have been able to delay a little bit longer? I mean, they did have rotations come back through, but I don't think he was in the most ideal position to help defend. But leave it to the last few seconds. And again, I want to say almost took the harder site in that round, considering there was no utility out of coldzera and Brokey towards the B site, but obviously Nico rotating did have a little bit to use. And now TYLOO will be able to take a 4th round. Again, do apologize. I'm a little bit jet lagged. I just kind of flew 16 hours to get here, so I think I'm allowed to say a Ty Clan every once in a while.
Hey, look, I thought it was all right.
And a FaZe-Loo.
Yeah, was it? It was definitely an interesting combination of the words for a while there.
Yeah. Yeah, in my head I was saying TYLOO, but then I looked at FaZe Clan and, you know.
You just read it.
I'm easily influenced, so, you know, whatever I'm looking at, sometimes I just say.
It's fine. We'll see how it goes. I mean, this is only the first map, Jason.
Yeah, don't remind me. Don't remind me. I should have taken you guys up on the offer you gave me earlier.
What's just sleep?
was you guys would do the whole day.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And then you guys split my day rate.
Yeah. I think that would have been good.
But I think you guys don't realize, you know, $100 between the two of you isn't really worth it to cast 2 best of 3s on top of the 4 best of 1s you already did. So
you've got us there. You've got us there.
I mean, like, Tom's day rate is just ridiculous anyways. Like,
literally $1 million.
Yeah, I mean, you win this tournament, and that's like half of Tom's day rate.
It is absolutely wild. 5-4 there, Jace. So you get back into the game now. No creeps in play for FaZe, luckily enough. They haven't been able to scavenge away any of those bad boys, obviously.
What?
It's out to the ground. This is very awkward. They've tried to gain early banana control as they push their way through. Already sent off.
They just Donald Trumped it. They're fired. Because they died to the fire.
Wouldn't that be The Apprentice?
You got... Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like,
but it was
did he do it in like the American one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was thinking
that was the thing.
I was thinking
like,
the British
one. I can't do his accent. You're fired. I can't sound stupid enough to make his accent. In the meantime, though, Olafmeister is able to turn one back. So, going to be a 4-on-3, making it a little bit expensive for TYLOO. But it's still him to defend alone at the A site. And TYLOO haven't really committed towards any of the bomb sites just yet either. They still have somebody there acting as a feeler towards A. 3 players now looking to group up towards B. This is actually probably the worst place that they could go. No, it is definitely the worst place they could go. But let's see if FaZe can hold on.
It's a 3 versus 4. Push coming through. Bentet, the timing somehow works so well for him. He gets a double kill that he never should have gotten away with. They've now saved themselves all of the hassle that could have been left into the round. They've got the bomb down. This is huge. Olaf's got to save. There's nothing that he can do at this point. However, TYLOO, they can hunt, and they will.
It's a showdown at the A site. I don't know how Olafmeister's actually going to hold on to this weapon either. Yeah, Bentet coming around, attacker from Library. They're eventually going to spot him out. But still, credit to TYLOO. Like, they're taking the difficult fights. They're taking the difficult bomb sites. As you know, we're obviously having the overview of the entire map. And they're coming out successful. He's out of ammo too there. He gets the kill nonetheless. I think you have 3 bullets left. Yeah, we have a game on our hands here. There was a potential to be a very like one-sided best of 3, but TYLOO were fighting pretty strong.
So in the game we had earlier with TYLOO, obviously a different map and a different team as they were up against Na'Vi on Dust 2. Their T side was good, and it was really close. Super back and forth game, right? Like they'd win a round, Na'Vi would win 2, they'd win 2. It was, you know, pretty back and forth.
That's kind of the definition of back and forth, yeah.
There you go. But as soon as they got over to that CT side, that's where things really started to fall apart. They just couldn't get it together. It wasn't working. However, Bentet just wasn't a factor in that matchup. Whereas here, he looks way, way more effective. Already now finding another frag as well with a HE coming in, as he is going to bring the boom to Cold Zero.
I don't think I'll ever get used to the way British people say the letter H.
When?
It just pains me.
Yeah?
To hear H.
Compared to what?
H.
Right.
And aluminium to aluminum. It hurts.
I've had enough of you already.
I mean, I could go back to the hotel and sleep if Tom wants to get back in here. He's enjoying his rest right now.
He's having a good
It's well-deserved rest. I do have to give you guys that. You guys did work hard today while I was, traveling.
Somebody's working hard right now, Jason. He's doing damage with this creep. Now he's dead.
Yeah, Brokey shouldn't survive either with the USP. And it doesn't really matter if he does. Just make it expensive for the other team. He gets a kill with it either way. But I mean, look at the money TYLOO has. 10K on Summer, 8.8 on somebody, 8K on Bentet. So really not that big of a deal in the long run. I wonder if the extra money might have net him like an extra piece of utility maybe. But there we see the FAMAS, the 3 M4s, and the AWP back for Olafmeister. And I don't know, I don't know if you have any personal thoughts on Olafmeister opping. I still kind of find it slightly odd. He never in my head was an explosive opper. I don't know. I feel like he had his role in the back in the good old days of Fnatic. I mean, I know he can op.
Yeah.
I feel like most players can kind of op, but it's not like a standout opper. It's not like what your JWs. It's not going to be your Guardians. It's not going to be help me out here. Poison. I'll give Poison the credit on complexity. Chris J can call him out. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyone else?
My mind's a little bit mush right now, to be honest. But yeah, he doesn't stand out to me like an opera like that in that kind of sense. No. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's not like where his prestige fully lies, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's so much more proficient in other roles, but it's definitely by no means a bad position to be in, although that kind of is for Nico. Gets one at least, and then goes down to Benta. That's site control taken now for TYLOO. And here comes the man you were talking about. Armed with the AWP, the now signature weapon. Can he punish with it? Will they even actually try to do anything into this? Bear in mind, their cash is so low, it probably is worth just backing off at this point, conceding that 7th round over to TYLOO, as they just outnumber them and outgun them.
I'm not gonna lie though, his portrait, he looks damn good.
Oh, he does.
Good looking guy. Even him, Rain as well.
He's aged like a fine wine.
You know, I'm kind of like really angry at the genetic lottery.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, I'm tall. That's all great. But, you know, that doesn't help me when you're flying. I have a giant nose, which just it makes things really weird sometimes. I don't know, like drinking a glass. You know, most people don't realize that I have to have like extra big glasses or else I have to tilt my head completely back to get
you need like a sippy cup because
yeah, or a straw. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you've been in Cologne. I think we've had you know, beers before.
I've seen you drink. I did wonder why you had to tilt your head fully back.
Yeah, because it just doesn't. You can't. Your nose blocks the glass.
Gets in the way.
That's why I always had to get the große Kolsch. In Cologne because the glass was bigger. Not because I wanted more beer. I needed to be able to drink it. God. And I don't think you can drink beer with a straw. That's just weird.
The perils of being Jason Kaplan.
People don't realize, you know, the problems.
You should write a book about, like, your life.
Yeah, and I think only my mom would read it. So
I'd read it.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you just look? Would you scan? Would you read it or just scan through the part for the Jackie part?
I'd look at the pictures. I can't read.
I can't write a picture.
You can dictate which pictures go in there.
I could. If I put a picture of my nose, it'd probably like use all the ink left in the world.
Yeah, or use it as a pop-up book.
And then you get poked in the eye. So it doesn't really work out. That's not a bad idea, though. We'll get back to that later on. 7-5 in favor of TYLOO. FaZe Clan with the force up here. They did obviously save the weapons from the last round. They have a CZ P250 and a Deagle to help out. But FaZe Clan's been a little bit quiet here. I mean, Bentet, again, 15 kills. He's really helping carry the weight of his team. 137, I believe that was ADR for himself. Doing some serious work here. Olofmeister doing good work as well as Nico's there with the Deagle yet again. They get 2 early kills. They rescue an AK, but Freeman's going to come through.
The first rounds they were winning on FaZe Clan, they were showing absolutely no respect to TYLOO. Now they've been giving him a little bit more respect. Back into this round, though, they are dealing out the backhanders. They've already found 2 frags. Somebody's incredibly low with 16 HP. Oh, this is a bit awkward as they're going to give each other a hug, and then Summer ends up Goomba stomping his way through Nico as he gets on his head. Now they're ahead in the round. They have the advantage. They can actually gain side control. Rain forced out because of the Molotovs.
Blinded up as well. Well-placed utility out of the T side. But Brody's going to push with the P250. He gets one. Coldzera has a CZ, and he has 2 players low on HP. There's a very real chance he could pull this off, going back through the smoke, trying to keep them caught off guard and not have the information where he's going to be. But Freeman's going to spot him out. He gets the tags with the Glock. Gets the kill. That's a 4K for him. And TYLOO will take the first half lead.
This is massive, actually. A really big result coming in.
Yeah, that as well.
Like, they're doing so much work on their T side. I'm curious of how sustainable it is. If they can actually go through this, potentially get like a, if they can get a 9-6, a 10-5, it could be absolutely ginormous.
Then that makes me wonder, like you said before, their CT side was just non-existent. But then again, so was Bentet. So will him performing on the T side be what they need to potentially close out this map?
As a squad, like as a whole, they just look way more confident. This is exactly what I was hoping to see once again. Nico going for the more disrespectful play as he's been charging down mid. The past 2 times he's done it, he's found at least 1 frag. This time around, they catch him off guard with 3 players going through second mid, and they get the kill.
Well, I do have to give a shout out to Dust here on this one. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, screw the peace signs, load the choppers, let it rain on you. Doesn't work out the 3rd time for him, though.
That's J. Cole.
It is J. Cole. Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks, man. I've done it like 7 times now, and I'm pretty sure Dust is tired of hearing that, but...
Probably.
I got fresh ears with you.
That's right, I enjoyed it. I like
ones, ears nonetheless.
How dare you?
I mean, that's why you have headphones, so no one can notice it.
Yeah. That's how I get away with it. That's why I commentate.
Yeah.
I have my ears.
Do you bring your own headphones to events, though?
I have to. It's the only way they fit.
All right, now TYLOO looking for another fit onto the B site. Not going to fit that bomb back down for another round here. There's going to be coldzera to defend it. You have Brokey on the rotate towards B if they need it. And well, I can tell you right now, as you can see on the minimap, they're sure as hell going to need it. Flashbang comes through in the middle to maybe bait the player back in, which works out. And now the smoke's going to come in out of TYLOO as it all comes down to coldzera here to defend.
coldzera.
Oh, he's going to be Molotov'd as well, I believe.
An absolute mastermind in these sort of situations. In his prime, absolutely unbeatable. Let's see what he can get up to now, though, whilst he's being charged by a hungry squad of TYLOO. They get one frag, but they're traded back upon. It's equal trades across the board, actually, as Summer punishes Brokey. Oh, the spam! He gets the bomb down and then eventually takes a small amount of damage. Summer gets away with it. The swing from Rain. He's playing so bold, so brash, but he's making it work.
Down to a 2-on-2 now. Olaf might should be coming in from Banana. Summer trying to hold the graveyard angle. Freeman's going to have the information here in a few seconds. The bomb is taken away. There's currently a kit in the hands of Rain who gets another kill. Summer's going to respawn. Then it comes down to the 1v1, and Summer cleans it up, gets a 3K, and TYLOO get a 9th round on the board. But that was way closer than it should have been.
Major clutch rounds coming out here, though, from TYLOO. Saving themselves by the skin of their teeth there as they're going to get through on this one. 9-5, gunning for that 10-5 half. It definitely looks like they could get it.
How damn sexy, by the way, is this like updated UI? Oh
it's
my
very
god,
nice.
It looks good.
Yeah, it's very nice. Especially like when players die as well and it goes all fragmented, it looks cool.
Very nice. I like it. Well, last round, I think you were saying, of the first half coming up. Not really great weaponry for FaZe Clan. Funny enough, I feel like TYLOO has been winning the control Banana like most times, if not every time. I think there's one round where they had coldzera and Brokey switch off the flashbang peaks and they get a kill, but that was just against the pistols. But they've just been really putting their foot down, preventing FaZe Clan from really getting a strong start. I mean, I think they got 3 rounds to finally bankrupt TYLOO, then they won the 4th round, but then TYLOO struck back, and they've just been not letting go of this half.
This is a best of 3 as well. So doing as much damage as they possibly can here on the opening map is going to be huge for them, not only for this one individual map, but for the series, for their confidence. So we've got the double boost set up over by Quad, and then Olafmeister playing close here. Not playing anti-flash, though, just straight taking it. The flashes are going to come over, willing to play so confident as he swings with the MP9. He will get punished. Summer does so much damage, Jason. That's incredible.
Things are heating up here for him. Nice little double kill to open things up. They get the bomb down. And FaZe Clan with just coldzera and Brokey left alive. Like, can they realistically take this back with subpar weapons, not much utility, and with a massive player disadvantage? I'd say this is going to be the 10-5 half for TYLOO.
At this point, I couldn't disagree with you. There's no way that they should lose this. And they're hitting some prime shots to close it down. Somebody with 2 beautiful Krieg kills there. That's going to be a 10-5 half. No, not the FaZe Clan, but to TYLOO. Can they carry this on and win it? We'll find out in the second half after the break. TYLOO, that's who. They're smashing it right now, 10-5 as they dominate in the first half here. Moving on over to their CT half now, Jason. They look dominant, but can they maintain that pace?
Can they close it out? Like, that's going to be my question here. If they, I think, fall here on Inferno after having a 10-5 first half lead, I think they're out of the entire series, honestly. Like, how do you mentally come back from that? Especially when Bentet's already firing on all cylinders like he's been able to. Summer's been picking it up as well, like we saw in the op in the last round. You have to assume TYLOO's going to win this map. But you know what? I'm still not going to count FaZe Clan out. And so Molotov's actually push. That was Freeman out of position. They're going to just take this site with brute force, and they need to get kills to back it up with. Don't might just get himself a nice little double. Broky gets one as well, and they will be able to take the site here, so the brute force does work out, but can they hold on to it? That's going to be my now question.
If they take this round, it's got to be a lot of dividends given over to Olofmeister. That 2k is huge for the impact it had. They did get a fair bit of splash damage off with a HE grenade, so Broky quite low on 39 HP. coldzera and Nico, though, there to support him. 2 players trapped on the site, 1 towards pit. It's the last utility used, and here comes the execution from the CTs, but they are getting executed. coldzera and Broky find a kill apiece, and that's FaZe Clan winning the T-side pistol.
Don't know how I feel about the smoke, though, that Bentet threw in. I believe it was a graveyard smoke.
Mm-hmm.
But would you assume someone in the graveyard over pit when they have 3 players alive? I mean, obviously hindsight's like 20/20, and I can see like what's happening the entire way. I was expecting like smoke off like towards pit, so then his player towards short could just easily wrap in towards the site.
Yeah.
Flashbangs weren't too bad either, but just some good kills coming out of FaZe Clan nonetheless. So can't really judge too much on it. We're just curious, more of like rhetorical questions, thinking out or speaking out my thinking process there. But anyways, we do have the scout picked up for Bentet. It does get the tag on Olofmeister down to 31 health. They do still have some decent utility. A lot of nades as well. They could throw in delayed here, which could catch out a player or two.
So just jump spotting it right now, going for the info, and then probably going to double HE and then back off towards the site, you'd imagine. They still actually stick around for quite some time before they peel back, so quite lucky there wasn't a wide swing coming around with that Mac 10 Olofmeister. Luckily, he's also very low, so him and Broky might not fancy risking it.
And they've done some decent damage. They still have a smoke left on somebody, so they're going to delay this a little bit longer. He's going to be able to re-smoke off the push, potentially coming through. Freeman's even retained towards B as well, so they're investing like every smoke they have basically towards this B site to really stop them from getting in there. Because once they take the site, you're not getting it back. There's no chance, really. Not with the weaponry they have. Nate comes back in. There's Olofmeister going down, so finally able to convert the damage earlier on into a kill. And now FaZe Clan have to wonder, well, where do we go from here? And look at Bentet's actually rotated back towards B, so they have the 3-man stack. They still have the smoke to use out of Freeman. And there's only 40 seconds left for FaZe Clan to actually make this attack work. This could be perfect.
I'm liking this a lot right now. The nades have been very, very on point from TYLOO. Let's just see if the firepower can be as well. Freeman setting up. He's got the anti-flash flash, so he'll chuck that over and then bound into action to support Bentet. Bentet on with the scout. He needs to hit those body shots, try and soften up the opposition. He does land the first, but Broky slaughters Freeman. Somebody's going to go down as well, and it's rough.
Yeah, just a shame that somebody only got 1 kill too. Flashbang came through and he dropped one of the players, but one was not going to be enough. I mean, Nico's on 45 HP, broke at 77. They did a little bit of damage. I mean, you can't really deny that fact, but they've only been able to recover the Mac 10, unfortunately, out of Summer off the kill on Olofmeister earlier on. So at least make it difficult for FaZe Clan to take the round, but FaZe Clan will get the round nonetheless and hook themselves up to 7. Oh.
Oh. That's not too bad. It was an exit frag.
I mean, they save, what, 1 AK and a Galil into the next round?
Mm-hmm.
It's really not that bad.
I think investment-wise, though, it wasn't like... what was it? We had like 1 AK, 2 Galils, a Deagle, and something else. Maybe the Mac 10.
Yeah, Mac 10.
It's not that bad. It's all right. You've definitely got a lot of guns out of their hands. They do still get away with the bomb plant and the round, though. Rounds being kind of the important commodity at this point, though.
I'm just thinking if TYLOO can kind of control the economy that FaZe Clan have in these rounds, like just get a kill or 2 here, you really set yourself up nicely into the later rounds to go on a steamroll. Mm-hmm. Especially with the loss bonus starting to stack up for TYLOO after the last 2 rounds. It was a third, which you can assume since they only have the USPs. Then you're going to be, just on the cusp of max loss bonus, and then you win a round. Even if you lose the round after, you're still going to be able to buy up. So not a terrible place for TYLOO to be in. Obviously, winning the rounds would be the most ideal situation. I wonder, though, if Bentet's going to be in a position to be the playmaker he was on the T side, though. If they're going to allow him or assist him to make something like that happen. As you're saying before, he was quiet on CT side against Na'Vi. You don't want to see that happen again, and they've got a 3-man stack with the USPs at B. Oh my god, Nico on 1 health. He's out of there. He's like, all right, let's hit A.
He's seen the totem pole. He wants none of it. They're just going to sprint the entire team back around towards the A site. Summer's on the scene, but can he cause a stir? Smoke's going out. They're waiting for the rest of the squad, which is actually quite smart, rather than just pushing in when they realized there was only one player there. Ooh. Awkward AK spam. Somebody gets the kill with the CZ. He can follow this up. This could be so detrimental. Everyone is crumbling to bits here, Jason. Olafmeister's the only man that finds a frag amongst all the craziness that's going down on the A site. From nothing, TYLOO win around.
So I don't know why they delayed the push in towards the site when they knew 3 players were over towards B. I don't know why they actually just held on, like waited for it. They let TYLOO rotate 3 players in towards site. Obviously, some fantastic shots were hit at TYLOO to make that happen. And by the way, look at the economy really quickly out of FaZe Clan. This is kind of what I was like referring to before. Like, yeah, they didn't really take great weaponry out of the hands of FaZe Clan, but they still got the 3 kills. And now you have 3 players, well, 2 players, I guess, who are 3 players, yeah, Rain, who are going to struggle to really buy. So you'll have like 1, maybe 2 AKs, and then you'll have like the pistols to back it up with. And if TYLOO take this round, they're going to have the follow-up round after, and they'll put themselves up to 13.
Probably sprinkle a couple of grills in there, maybe. That's the go-to play now if you're low cash, because just how ridiculously cheap it is. Yeah, it's a weird one, because on one hand, it's like, right, technically you've seen 3 players, so it's like, oh, we could just go for this.
But you should know they should be saving, though.
Yeah.
Because they vested the round prior, and all they saved was a Mac 10.
I don't know. It's quite unfortunate. It's just so awkward as well that the man with the AK loses a fight versus someone
I mean, yeah,
who's
that's true.
That's the big like asterisk of how have you let this happen? So we get 1 Galil and 1 AK out to play for FaZe, whereas there is a Krieg in the hands of somebody, and you do not want to give away this weapon to the CT side because this is what happens. Well, that's what happens when you got a Galil.
He still got 2 kills either way, and the nade coming through gets cold down to 6 HP. Did they? Okay. Yeah, they do have the SGs, so I think they're able to pull. Yeah, they're able to get enough ground to take it away. Obviously, that's not the weapon you want to be losing, but look how far. Freeman's now pushed up. He has a lot of information that he can gather from this position. Looks like they still want to walk up towards B. They have the smokes and the Molotovs potentially pulled off, but they're just going to back away and try to bait out maybe a rotation back towards the B site. But Freeman's like, you know what? I got this. He's going to flank in from behind. But it might have been a little bit late, though. I wonder if he's actually going to check middle and see them. I think he should have just seen the arm out of coldzera. In the meantime, Nico's pushing up Banana. He's going to be taken down. Now they know there's no one back towards B, and he comes around the corner in towards middle, straight into a bullet out of Rain.
There's only 2 Ts left. They're both on the A side. Attacker from pit. It's such a nuisance of a position. It's so hard to force him out. At least coldzera will get 1 as a trade back. It's making it costly for TYLOO, but the success rate of him winning this round is dwindling the longer the time ticks by. At least he's only going to take 1 bullet really to put him into an early grave, and that's just what's going to be delivered there by Attacker.
Honestly surprised to see Attacker actually peek that. Like, you have a teammate like Summer coming around to help you out. Like, you have the 2v1. The only way you lose that round is if you give Cold 2 1v1s. But either way, they get the round anyways. Can't really complain too much. He only had 6 HP. Now TYLOO get themselves up to 12. FaZe Clan, well, they got to save. They only have the Galils. And TYLOO, I guess the prophecy might come true. They should be able to get off 13 from this.
Oh yeah, this has gone very, very well. Somebody, once again, in position, he was hoping that maybe he'd have the same success, a repeat of the previous round with what damage he did with that Krieg, but no one is there. Oh! They do arrive just in time to receive the nade, though. The HE blown them to bits, and now they peek into the Krieg. He gets another 2K, Jason.
Bentet gets 1, gets 2. Down to the USP for the 3rd. Hoping for the back to come in. Rain's going to try to push up. The nade actually blocks him away, and Attacker's get the kill from the backhand side. So TYLOO, again, clean round comes through, only losing 1 player. Now get themselves up to 13. If FaZe's going to go for the buy. And this is what I want to see out of them. Are they going to contest Banana early? They don't really have the best utility to do it. They have 2 Molotovs and 1 grenade. I mean, yeah, they have some flashes and some smokes to counter the mollies thrown out of TYLOO. But it's not the most ideal play for them. So I feel like they almost have to give banana control up early on to TYLOO. And then I'm assuming somebody's just going to hold that angle yet again.
Well, this is like the classic three-man play towards banana. So you push in, you've got the utility. If they wanted to, they could go for the double molly, allow him to peek it and play quite aggressive. They can then smoke for him and back off. So there's the smoke, there's the molly in. You'll then rotate one player off, leave him there with the AWP to hold it on his own. Now you've established top banana control. But everyone from FaZe is going towards A. They are banging outside the front gates.
Flash fitting in as well as they push through the smoke. Summer's going to be waiting. The AUG gets the first kill, helps prevent this play from going any further. Spots out a second player. Again, just trying to say that the name might do some decent damage. Not really. Always very misleading, I feel like, sometimes.
Yeah, it did look right on them.
And also, they saw somebody there watching Benet. He's actually gotten a little bit more aggressive, too. When that smoke fades, he might actually push up even more, so they're going to know they're really committed towards the safe side. Attacker might spot Nico up above the smoke, but Nico gets the kill either way. And Freeman has to hold on somehow. He does have Bentet to help in from Library, but not the most ideal position to be in to give him a crossfire.
I'm still a bit paranoid about this one as well. Somebody, he doesn't want to push out just yet. Luckily enough, Bentet finds a kill on towards coldzera. Now he'll start to slowly advance. As soon as that smoke dissipates, how are they getting these picks? They're just facing one by one with no trade potential. They're all falling to pieces. Now they're going to go back down towards banana. Luckily, somebody still held his ground. Hang on a minute. They go for the smoke back across. They're sticking towards their guns. They do want to take A. Arch side's on lock, though, and it's Bentet that's holding it.
And they've split up, too, so if either player goes down, it's going to be even more difficult to close it out. Brokey, though, gets a nice kill. Freeman's there. The bomb's not down. 10 seconds left to go here for FaZe Clan to get the bomb and plant it. And, well, Freeman's going to deny that. He gets himself a 3K, and TYLOO put themselves up to 14 here. FaZe Clan, the money's just really not there, but they're going to have to force up into this run, I would imagine, to prevent the game from going to overtime at a maximum.
TYLOO.
Or a minimum. Yeah. Max mins, you know, they're difficult when you're tired.
You got to focus on your min-max.
I do. I'm just more of an average kind of person.
Yeah?
Just not in height.
Or no train your IVs.
See, I've never figured out how that works out, honestly. I've had it try to be explained to me, and it feels like you're trying to explain rocket science.
It's alright, mate. You'll get pokey wrist one day. It'll make it much easier. Freeman right now, though.
Looking to catch them all.
He's got that max speed value. Actually, Attacker probably does. He's got the high damage to be dealt here. Oh, he tries to get into the angle just in time. Somehow they all funnel into him. And this is chaos. A massacre has occurred.
Oh, Freeman, though, he heard Nico there. And they got him like locked in, too. He has to go back towards middle. That's the only position they would not see him go. They have a player in towards CT spawn. Matet's going to be there. Freeman has to be wary, though, of his backside, because Nico could sneak around in towards Library, but he's hoping that we're going to see a rotation come in from Banana back in towards CT, towards the A site, where he can get a free kill. Freeman now feeling a little bit worried about this. We'll get the kill on Nico, though, on the bomb. I don't even know how it lunges forward like that. I think one thing I have learned in my time casting CS is that even though the bomb is a rectangle, it still can roll, just like the heads that Broke is able to take here. That's the first now done. So it's 2 left to find in 30 seconds.
Grabs an M4, but I don't think he's going to want any more. He's had enough, as he is put down, laid to rest there, as Bentet will eliminate him 15-7. They need one round to win their map pick of Inferno and get the opening map of the series under their belts, meaning we'd move on to Dust 2, which will be FaZe Clan's pick.
Double op setup coming through. AUG for Freeman, 2 M4s, all the utility to work with here, except Attacker maybe a little bit light, as well as Summer, since they invested into the op. Look at that, Bentet 22 kills, Attacker at 20.
Double AWPing B.
As you do when you're TYLOO.
All right.
I feel there's a hashtag you can make out of that.
Well, as you do when you're TYLOO.
Yeah.
And it's like a clip show where every week people tweeting their favorite clips and they win a TYLOO jersey.
Exactly, yeah. You literally flushed out the entire hashtag in a matter of 2 seconds.
That's what I do.
You flush things?
That's for our private show.
It's the After Hours Pro League.
That should be after hours. That's not allowed on Twitch at all. Nico finding these headshots. The double up setup towards B is a bit of a weird one, and it actually somehow starts to pay off in the end as both of the Orbs find major success into the round. TYLOO smashing their way through every defense that's in front of him. Jason, it's all on Nico, and he looks to try and live to fight another day. Behead Summer. He's in the 1v1 versus Bentet. He's got time, but he doesn't have the bomb.
And doesn't have life anymore as TYLOO closes it out. Bentet gets the final kill of the round. That's a triple for him. And TYLOO wins 16-7.